Alright, today we're going to start up John House's Ram Air 5 Pontiac engine that we built for a 70 GTO that we're doing for him. And this valve cover is not the one that John has requested. It's just ones we had to use so we could get this thing fired up. We wanted to get it on the stand, get the engine running today, and get it ready to go in the car, check it for leaks, make sure everything's retorqued and adjusted and ready to go. So anyway, John's engine is a pump gas friendly engine. It's got 10-to-1 compression, and so it'll run on 91 octane, no problem. The camshaft is 250, 259 at 50 with a 109 lobe separation. We are going to be using an Edelbrock electronic fuel injection on this thing, so you'll see injectors are in the intake manifold. We don't have the fuel rails on yet, but the injectors are in there. The intake spin machine, but we're going to run this thing on a stand with a carburetor just so we could check everything out. And you can see the headers that we build. Well, actually we don't build them, we designed them, and Mad Dog makes them for us. These are for the 68 to 72A body, and one side will also work for the 70 to 81 F body Firebird. We had to design the other one for the other side for the Firebirds, but we do have them for that as well. And as you can see, I don't know if we can get underneath there now, but you can see it uses the factory starter on these headers too. So there's plenty of room with this header. We do have to dent these just a little tiny bit to get them in the chassis on the car, but not a lot. We do need a little bit of finesse because of the way they came off the cylinder head there. John's got us, we're going to use a Magnum 6-speed behind this thing, and the rear end gear is a 456, so this thing should be a lot of fun on the street to drive. So we're going to fire this thing up. We'll probably yank the mufflers off of it too so we can hear with open headers, but we're going to fire it first with the mufflers on it, and then once we do that, then let it run a little bit and pull the muffler off of it. Alright, let's fire this dude up. We've already warmed it up a little bit, so I wanted to get a little heat in it. Engine starts really nice though. We're using an 850 Holly on it right now to start it and run it. Camshaft's got a really nice idle to it. Idle's about 900, maybe 850. This has got solid lifters in it. It does not have hydraulics in it. It's a hydraulic profile, but it has a solid lifter on it. Throttle response is incredible for as big as these ports are on these heads. That was just a small primary blip on this thing. This engine runs really cool. We did have a problem with this thing when I first got it together. One of the reasons why we put it on the stand is so we can check everything, but the For some reason it was overheating, and well, what I know what the reason was. We figured out what it was. It had a brand new thermostat in it, 180 stat, and the thing would climb to 210 and drop down to 150, climb to 220, drop down to 160, and so I put a new stat in it. That corrected the problem. Now it runs nice and cool. It actually is running too cool. It's hard to get it up to 180 degrees, so we may end up having to put a 190 thermostat in this thing so that the computer can learn, because the computer will not learn for the EFI without an engine temp being at 180 degrees. Hey Luke, grab the gloves and yank the mufflers off this thing.